Welcome to Mind Your Mindset with MinkLife Motivation Live. Today, I want to know, are you having a hard time finding clarity in your life? Today, we're going to calibrate your life by minding your mindset. So let's get started. Well, welcome everybody. I am so excited that you're here today. And don't forget, if you're listening on the couch, as we like to say, you're also a part of this show. So leave a comment and join us in this conversation because you are our most important guest because you're out there listening. But today, our special in-studio guest is Miss Lori Saitz. Hey, Lori, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Greetings to my East Coast friend. I just learned that you're from the East Coast and live where I used to live. Oh my gosh. So, welcome. I'm so glad you could join us today. So, I have a question for you. We want to jump right in and ask you, tell us, how has mindset helped you on your entrepreneurial journey?
Mindset is everything. I mean, you can't. The thing about mindset is that what you are thinking about, you are attracting more of into your life. So if you're focused on finding good things, positive things, happy things, that's what you're going to end up seeing more of. Unfortunately, we live in a society that really focuses a lot on things to complain about and criticize. So we end up getting more of that as well. It's your choice though. What do you choose to focus on?
For sure. So, but in your mind, like in your entrepreneurial journey, how did that serve you? Like to come along and, be who you are, doing what you're currently doing? Because I hear you've pivoted.
Yes. So when I started my first business back in 2003, I was making and marketing a product called the Gratitude Cookie. So the whole business was focused on gratitude, like helping other businesses say thank you to their clients and their referral sources. And yet I was not a very grateful person. so
Mm-hmm.
do what I say, not what I do kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a friend now. At the time, he was more of a mentor, called me out on it and said, you need to fix this because this is not in integrity. So he
Ooh,
challenged
ouch.
me. I know, right?
That's a
But
big ouch. Yeah, but I
but
hear you.
thank God for people who are like that, because how else do you improve? And my business would have suffered if I hadn't, and my
Amen.
life as well, like overall everything. So
I love
yes.
that. So I love that you had something called a gratitude cookie. And you had a mindset coach going, hey, sister, like, let's put
Right.
them together. Well, also joining me today is the lovely Irina Strunina, one of my MinkLife compadres. Hello, Irina. Welcome. I'm so glad you could be here to co-moderate with us. So wasn't that exciting? Like she had a gratitude cookie and she had to build up her mindset. So well, thank you. Is there anything else you want to add about mindset for your entrepreneurial journey? Because you have a little bit more time.
Sure. I mean, it's a constant journey. So I'm always reading books, watching videos, listening to podcasts, and then not just that, because that's good, all that stuff. Implementing what you've learned is
Yes,
really, that's what makes any kind of change. And I just want to say that it's a process. It's always a process. It's a growth mindset. There's always more to do.
for sure. We have a lot of people on the couch today, which is awesome. Like they're like zipping by and you're talking, and I'm like, oh, this is a little distracting. But they were right in line with what you were saying about. Somebody mentioned having a coach to like lead you on the way to mind the mindset. Like that is huge, and it's sort of in step with our coming up question. It's like we are going to pivot to like getting motivated. And, it's funny that I'm now in this seat instead of Monica because I'm like, does the slide come next? Or am I just a pivot? So we're going to get motivated at this moment and we're going to now go sort of round robin and sort of answer these three big questions about mindset. So the first is we're going to get motivated, and it's a really simple one, but not simple. And it's why is it important to mind your mindset? And I'm going to start with Irina because we haven't heard from you yet. And you and I both work with people a lot with mindset. So I'd love to hear your take on why is it important to mind your mindset.
Well, thank you, Andrea. Hello, everyone. Good to be here, co-host. And from the standpoint of mindset and minding your mindset, this is extremely important. And I'm talking about it exactly every time. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are planning to do, you have to set your mind that this is for you, that you can do it. This way, this kind of like it's pushing you, it tagging you, you are in the movement. Very often I found myself in the previous life when I would be talking about the right things, and actually several people that are in MinkLife, they know that I will be talking about the right things but not doing those right things, and as a result I will stay where I am. I know all the right words, I just don't move according to those directions. So minding your mindset is very powerful. It's really an engine in our movement forward towards
Mhm.
whatever we are planning for.
I couldn't agree more with about. I love how you took minding your mindset to movement, which is one of your signature things, which is awesome. So I want Lori to come back, and Lori, you get to answer why is it important to mind your mindset, or maybe mine your mindset. I go back and forth with wanting to say mind or mine, and so is Lori still with us,
I
Lori?
am. I am
Okay,
still here.
I
Yes. So it's important to mind your mindset because otherwise you're giving control of your mind to the outside forces. So social media, traditional media, society, your parents, your peers, whoever is throwing ideas and concepts to you and beliefs, creating beliefs in your mind. If you're not minding your mindset, their beliefs, their what they want you to buy into is what's going to come into your mind and control your beliefs and your actions. If when you are minding your own mindset, you are taking control and rewiring your brain to a way that it works for you.
Lovely. I couldn't agree more. And I love the comment. Thank you, Marilyn. Needing to pay attention. And so, I want to answer this sort of in this way because you both have talked about minding your mindset. And the why is even a little bit bigger for me too, in that you have to mine it. You actually have to work at it. Meaning, it's so true. Like you have to pay attention. You have to really consciously look at what's coming into your mind. To your point, Larry, who is Larry? Hello, Lori. Anyway, if you really look at what's coming into your mind so that you find your own answers about what you're receiving. And so I love that both of you have talked about digging in and really paying attention. And I'm going to say it's so active. You are mining, you are creating your mindset every day by what you feed your mind, body, and your spirit to actually have a really healthy and vibrant mindset. So thank you, ladies. That was totally awesome. So, oh my goodness, what a great comment. I love it. It's a bit like if you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Barbara, from our audience. Oh, we have so many good guests today. Everyone's just sparkling with all this amazing information. So, next, let's move on to staying inspired. And, it's important for us to look at, how does a lack of understanding affect your mind? Excuse me, how does a lack of understanding your mindset affect how we move through life and business? And so I think because we're on a business format here and we're all entrepreneurs and we've really plumbed in getting motivated about why it's important, and you have to be actively engaged. So now, a lack of understanding of your mindset, how does that resonate with you in terms of how you move through or maybe create your life and your business? And Laura, you talked about it a little bit in your entrepreneurial journey. So I'm going to ask you to keep expanding on what you were saying in this lens, in this frame.
I'll be vulnerable here. This is something that I'm still working on. You can do, or speaking from experience, I can do all the things, the reach outs, the marketing, the having the conversations, putting out all the materials. But if you don't believe that it's going to work, like not just intellectually believe, but actually believe in your heart that it's going to work, it's not going to work. So I've spent a lot of time doing the things, but not necessarily
Mm.
having the belief, the mindset that it will work. And so it's been a frustration and struggle until I could get to the right mindset, the right place of, okay, and I have it on my whiteboard in front of me right now in all capital letters. What if this totally works?
That is juicy, lovely, and so honest. I couldn't agree with you more. And thank you for sharing that and putting that out there for us. And so it goes back to that whole alignment. So, Irina, you tell me, how does a lack of understanding your mindset affect how you move through life and business?
Being vulnerable. I'm just pick up the baton, right? Uh,
That's why
I
we're
was
here.
just listening to Lori and thinking about myself and my life story. And when I was younger, I used to do the sports. I was in country skiing, and I was pretty good on certain level. But somehow I had this mindset that was not letting me go past the level where I am. When I would plan for the year what results I would like to achieve, very rarely I will put the plan to become first on this race, to become first on this championship, to become first here or there. It would be somewhere between 10th and 20th to become in the first 20, something like this. And even writing it down, it was a stretch for myself because
Mm.
I felt that I belong somewhere after the 50. So fortunately, I was surrounded by great athletes, and at least in the relays, we always were getting first. But but in individual races, I will be great in a relay because I know that we are going to win. But when it was
Mm.
individual race, I would not get above 20 ever. I would be always 21st, 27th, 35th, not closer to the first than 20th. So that's my a very kind of like visual example how my mindset
Yeah.
slowed me down, actually stopped me at my athletic career, because where do you go when you're always somewhere in the third echelon? This is not the place to go. So that's how it's affecting the mindset, is affecting how we move. In my personal case, how I moved on a ski
Mhm.
track. So, but that applies to everything, and I see it now in my like right now life. And Andrea is familiar very much with the way how I am transforming and getting better at believing that things that I do actually are working. Things that I do are important. Things that I do are actually helping. And I now I believe it that too, much more than in a year ago.
Oh, Irina, I'm gonna cry. you know, um, Thank you both, because it is. I think through sharing our truths, other people can really lean into their truths and own their life, and that is a big deal for me as somebody who calls themselves the Thrive strategist, is getting people from just surviving to like thriving. And um, I wish we taught mindset in school. Like, I honestly, when people are like, well, what galvanizes you to even be in business? And I'm like, to take women and just say, your mind really matters and what you believe really matters. And Irina, you couldn't have encapsulated it any better. I wish, I mean, that is so, so powerful in terms of seeing yourself, as Barbara says, as a champion, or seeing yourself as the next Secretary of State, or seeing yourself as president, or seeing yourself in that place first. Like, what if, that is beautiful. I'm going to write a what if and keep it in front of my face too, Lori. That was inspirational. And I hope it's inspired everybody, to understand that in creating this mindset, dream big, people. Like, that dreaming big, because there's a famous, I don't know, Marion Williams or whatever quote, where it's like, so what if you dream for the moon and you only get to a star and don't make it to the moon? You got someplace, right? Like, you actually moved the ball forward. And to your point, Lori, we are spending so much time in a place of lack that it's hard to dream that big dream. So thank you both for sharing those personal things about really creating, casting that vision of a big mindset of what's possible, right? That's a big part of mindset. So we are cooking with gas here. Thank you there. Miss Monica's having a little too much fun. Okay. All right. So mindset does matter. Dream big. It's so true. Thank you for my little attribution. All right. We are going to keep networking. We are going to talk about, okay, having trouble casting the vision? Who should you ask for help when you are trying to improve your mindset? You both alluded to people, but I would really love to know if there's one specific or it's a sequence. How would you counsel the people listening on how to ask for help when you're trying to improve your mindset? Who wants to go first?
I'll
I'll
go.
go. Oh, go ahead, Irina.
Okay,
Irina, you go.
you go.
Well, you see, there is a saying, and somebody who I was listening for some time, he is saying, you are not going for suggestion how to become a millionaire to your broke brother-in-law. So with that, I
Drop the
think
mic. I guess you're saying, you're right. If you want to keep going, but that was just like, boom. Like, so well
so.
put.
I am trying really hard to improve the circle of people who are surrounding me. And the situations in life are different. And something that I am trying to reach at the particular moment, maybe not necessarily say Andrea's strongest part, but because I have a circle of people who are successful in certain areas, I always have someone to go to and to ask for suggestion, for idea, to share the experience, because the people who already somewhere where you are hoping, planning, where you're working towards to, they have, they may even share the shortcuts to, to help you how to get there sooner, because they already walked that path. So in my opinion, surrounding yourself with people who are ahead of you, this is the key. This is the key.
I love that. That is a good addition. I hope you guys are listening. Who is surrounding you? So, Lori, you got to bring it up now. What are you going to add? Second thought.
Absolutely. I agree with you need to surround yourself with the type of people that you would like to be and look for role models, coaches, people who are in that place of success where you want to get to so that you can and reach out to them and ask if they can help you. At the same time, what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for another person. And so there's nothing wrong with exploring who in working with different people to see who is most helpful, who connects with you on a different level, who is able to help you. So there's no shame, I guess I will say, in trying out working with different people, different coaches, different methodologies, what works for you, and finding your own answer. And again, it comes back to going inside yourself and, okay, what is it that I need? What I need might be different from what Irina needs, and might be different from, okay, so there's somebody that I'm looking to who has the success that I would like to get to, but that person doesn't resonate with me on a coaching level, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So who else can I find? But I need to reiterate to Irina's point of surrounding yourself with a peer strategy group or a mastermind, however you want to call it, of people who are striving along with you, because they're going to help support you as well as celebrate your wins with you.
Ooh. Okay, I hope you guys are out there taking notes today, because the ladies are bringing you some seriously good information. And I love both of your answers remind me of something, and I know my fellow co-hosts who are on the couch today are going to start chuckling because they know it's coming. And that is, when you are looking for help, and help could be guidance, to your point, Lori, or it could be coaching, it could be models. I am forever touched by this quote from this man named Vusi Tembakwayo. Someone asked him, "Who are your mentors?" And he goes, "Well, I've had maps and I've had mirrors." And that goes to both of your points in that the maps were people who had gone before him and had a path, and he could follow the map, right? And then he had mirrors, people who could, to your point, Lauren, you could reflect back what you were doing from earlier and could help guide and could help instruct. And the thing about a mirror, like what I look at when I listen to that quote, and I really think of everyone on your journey has either been a map or a mirror. Your children, your people, they have all shaped who you are right this minute, and they are going to shape who you are moving forward. Plus that wonderful cadre of people who you sought out. Like, sometimes people say, "Hey, my friends are a better family than the family I had." Amen to that. Like, you have created this community. MinkLife is one of those communities where the people who kind of have your heart, your back, are in it, and they are, there to amplify and to augment, help you chase your dreams without, like you said, judgment, Lori, or, like how you're doing one thing might not work, or you're trying new things. Because you know what? They might be going back out and collecting stuff to bring back to cross-pollinate in a new way. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I just love this conversation. Has been so good. Of course, this is why I got this conversation, because I'm all about the mindset. So I thank you for letting me be here in this fun space with you ladies. Okay, so yes, maps and mirrors. I'm notorious for it. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Monica. But it's guided me when sometimes my mindset is like not so great, right? And I have to look and I take stock and I go, "Oh, right, I can learn from something even if it didn't go my way." So that whole mirror/map is been instrumental into keeping pushing forward to both of your points. So all right, we are going to gain some knowledge. You've got to put it into one tip now. I know this sucks, right? Like one tip. Final thought. What is your one tip for growing your mindset? And I'm going to start with Lori because you're our guest. So Lori, why don't you take us home with your one tip? Now, it's got to be one.
I love this question. And my one tip is celebrate your wins. It comes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of you get more of what you put energy into. So celebrate every win and you will have more of them.
Amen. Thank you so much for being uber concise. You are a forever guest now on MinkLife Motivation Live. Because that was good. Excellent. Okay, Irina, pressure's on. What's your one tip?
today for me it's kind of funny. The word of the day is breathe, because very often we are so getting so involved with our activities, with our like goals that are right in front of our nose, that we forget to look forward, to read the sign in front of us in big letters, what if, that we forget to breathe. And when we don't breathe, the oxygen doesn't come to our brain, and our mindset is suffering. So let's breathe when it's tough time. Breathe, and mindset will activate the action plan.
Nice, 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 nice. So, I'm gonna add a little one tip too. I'm gonna use my moderator moment, and I want to say that both of those are so amazing. Like, have gratitude for your wins, celebrate them, and of course, breathing. And I'm gonna tie it both together in the place where that can happen, and that's like adopt a meditation practice. Adopt a time for your mind to decompress, float around, for your mind to breathe. Meditation is like oxygen for the brain. And so that having that time for your brain to just do its thing, free float, breathe, expand, exhale, well, the gratitude will come in, the peace will come in. And studies have shown, because I want to tie it to your body, that just having a 20-minute at least a 20-minute practice of meditation a day helps keep the frontal lobe of your brain juicy and fluffy. So there is actually a biological reason for you to mine your mindset through meditation and breath and, of course, gratitude. So, ladies, I really thank you for these juicy, wonderful tips that can help people in mind, body, and spirit, which is huge. And so I just need to know where, and what, and how can people find you, love on you some more, get some more juicy bits to this conversation. So it is now time for you to tell us a little bit more about yourself and some announcements about what's going on in your world. And Lori, I would love for you to share how can people connect with you.
Thank you so much. My website is called Zen Rabbit. So zenrabbit.com is where you can find all the information. And then I also tend to hang out on LinkedIn a lot. I have a new program that's launching next Tuesday.
Oh,
The inaugural group program. I've been working with private clients, and now I'm putting together a small Zen has a one. Okay, Zen Rabbit, 1N, 2Bs, zenrabbit.com. So so I've been doing private client, and this is the first small group program, starts Tuesday. You can find more information about that on zenrabbit.com.
thank you so much. That's awesome, Lori. That is fantastic. And Zen Rabbit, I just love the name of it, so I can't wait to check it out. All right, Irina, what you got going on good in your world? What is happening in the Irina Strunina Movement 360 world?
Well, thank you for mentioning the movement, because because thanks to MinkLife community, I now have the website. Well, it's more like a landing page, but which called very easy to find, smartmove360.com. And we are right now getting ready to have our third health fair, global virtual health fair for diabetics. It will be on 28th of May. It's Saturday. And anybody who has questions about diabetes, anybody who knows someone with diabetes, anybody who wants to know more about this, are welcome to join. This is the conversation that we will have doctors and experts and health practitioners talking about diabetes. It's not the conversation between people who are suffering. People who are helping will be on stage. So, but again, it's smartmove360.com. It's where to find me, and links to all those events that are happening with us.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for that. And I guess I'm still solo here to talk about what maybe I'm doing. So thank you, Monica. Yeah, I am busily getting ready to have another 5-day challenge, but it's not until July. So if you want more information about my Stop Surviving, Get Thriving, I have a 5-day challenge that I do periodically to help people on the way to what? Shift their mindset about how they're going to show up in the world and like all the things that play into that. I would love for you to join me in my Facebook group. And my Facebook group is Weight Loss and Wellness, a 360-degree approach to thrive. I don't know if Monica has the link to that, to put it up there. And that way you'll be first in line to know when I am launching when I get back in July. In the meantime, find me there, ping me there, friend me there, and I will be sure to get you into my realm of mindset and thriving, realm of mindset and thriving so that we can get you thriving because it's all about you living your best you. So thank you for this opportunity to be with these lovely women, the opportunity to talk about mindset and how it matters most to living a wonderful and full life. And I know that in the MinkLife world, I'm not sure what I am to say, except if you love this today, come back tomorrow at 2 p.m. because we're going to be leaning into, I believe, leadership. Is that right? I want to say leadership is the next corollary to what we're doing today. But we're having another Mink Life Motivation Live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And that is going to be led by none other than Miss Monica Henderson, so the founder of Mink Life Motivation Live. And I don't know, ladies, I think it's a wrap. I think we have really come in here and thank you. I'm to remind people to become a dynamic speaker because there's always a next global virtual conference happening somewhere in the world. And if I'm not mistaken, the summer series is about to pick up and start. Monica will have all the details on that because I don't have them. I don't want to give you bad dates. I don't want to rely on my memory because we should never do that. But we will be talking about that some more tomorrow for sure on the Mink Life Motivation Live. That's happening at 2 p.m. And ladies, thank you. I am honored to know you and be here in this communion and talking about mindset with you. And I can't wait to get to know you more, Lori. Hopefully you will be in the Mink Life Motivation community and mingle where we can mingle and sort of lift everybody up. So with that, I see Irina all the time. I'm not ignoring her, everybody. Irina's just in the inner circle. So, hey. And you know what? We really appreciate you, the guests that have been chiming in and really making this a juicy, lively conversation for us, and knowing that you were hearing us and that you've been hopefully changed or motivated to mind your mindset today is also an honor that you were here with us. So thank you too. So with that, I am going to sock out, like we say in the radio world, and say good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're listening. And I hope to see you guys all here tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.